is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Go, Shannon.
Welcome to the Funtown RV tailgate
What's up,
at
Coach?
Tostitos Championship Plaza at
What's up?
Ford Center.
What's
We
up,
are
B?
live out here at the Star. Fellas, we are in person together in the
Hey,
same
I can't hear
place
nothing.
on the
I can't
air.
hear nothing.
Guys are looking
How you
good.
doing?
What's up?
Do you have your headphones on?
Yeah, I got the headphones. I can't hear nothing.
You can't
Fat
hear
man
anything?
was blocked out.
Oh, man. Nate's
Did you
chair
plug
is
him in?
struggling, so we
He
hope it
probably
makes it
didn't-
through
he
the whole
probably-
show.
Yeah, I'm getting my $10. I'm out here in this cold.
And I also finally got the poster hung up.
Yes.
You didn't get it hung up.
You're
That is-
right.
that's
Thank
factual.
You, Brett Jeffries, which put this together for us with Funtown RV. It's going to be a fun 2 days out
Did I
here
pull something
at the
loose?
Star in
That's
Frisco.
Chris Beam.
Chris is out here on the set trying to get Nate straight. So starting off, it's a hell of a show, fellas. Starting off
All
with a
right.
bang. So, man, it's good seeing y'all.
Good seeing you guys, man.
How are y'all? Jesse, you look almost
Yeah,
as
I
good
can
as I
hear a little
remember.
bit.
Yeah, you know,
It
well, I
just
try
went
to do
back
what I
off.
try to do when I can do it.
Your
Jesse
pants are
looking sharp.
shorter. Your hair's longer.
No, first of all, my pants are not shorter. Here's what I won't allow to happen. I will never allow people who don't, like, your closet consists of jeans, boots, and flannels,
No, not necessarily. No.
unless
No,
you put on
no.
a suit, which, by the way,
Yeah. The pocket square.
Okay, we're not even good. And I'm not going to allow Nate to ever.
Yeah. Sweatpants over there.
He was a sweatpants king.
Yep.
Talk about my dress. Kurt, what up,
Well, I
Kurt?
can't hear
looking
none of
good,
y'all
man.
saying, so
Looking
talk
good.
about me bad. It's okay. It's all right. I'm with the Ben DiNucci in the gang.
My
so I ain't
socks
worried
will
about
match
it.
my shirt always.
Is that how you do? Is that
how you do
roll?
it, baby?
Okay.
That's how you do it.
Kurt, I see you got the gray and black on as
Hey,
usual.
You know.
Doom and
cool.
gloom.
Oh, no,
on par.
no. I got my Cowboys silver on, you know.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody's looking good. We're gonna try to get Nate's headset working. And while we do that,
Because our boss, the great leader that we have, Derek Eagleton, sent out an email and said, hey, guys, you all should have these nice headphones that Bose have given us.
yes, thank you, Bose.
Thank you, Bose.
you, Bose.
Hey, guys, bring your headphones to the gig on Thursday and Friday. Did you bring your headphones?
I did.
Kurt, did you bring your headphones?
Yes, sir.
Jesse,
Jesse,
did you
did-
bring yours?
I sure did. Nate,
Nate, did you bring your headphones?
Oh, my name is Ben DiNucci. And I'm just glad to be here from James Madison. I ain't seen it. Chase Young is the biggest dude I ever seen in my life.
See if they're working now. You got us?
can you hear us?
Oh, man, clear.
All right. Now we
Wow,
can have
glad
the
to be
show.
Nate Newton. I'm
Way to go,
Ben
Chris.
DiNucci.
Now-
What's up, Coach?
Now we
What's up, baby?
Now we can start the show. Nate's hollering at everybody
What's
walking
up,
across
baby?
the plaza.
You're
all
looking
the,
good.
All the scouts are walking across the
Yes,
plaza,
sir.
and Nate's screaming at everyone.
Yeah.
You do realize we're doing a show, right?
And I'm with this RV.
We're live.
I wish I was inside this RV.
Yeah.
Nate, as a big guy,
As a fat man extraordinaire.
they cut a big guy yesterday. That apparently it came out yesterday that he was 30 pounds overweight. What is it? 7 weeks into the season?
Wasn't in,
let me
wasn't in
add that
shape
up.
yet.
Break that down for us. How does
That's
that
7
happen?
pieces a night, 2 cases of beer, 21-piece chicken over a whole off season.
Like
Thank
Jesse
you.
tweeted, what was he doing the previous 6 months?
Right. If because the report comes out, the report came out and said that he never felt right after the injury that he had last year, and that he would use the next month or so to use the next month or so to get himself in game shape. The hell was he doing the last 6 months? And why was this accepted? Because when I played, and I know for darn sure when they played, we had this thing and we did it on Thursday mornings. There was a guy who was standing at the weight machine every
Wow.
Thursday morning.
For real.
And when I played, you got fined. It was like $279 per pound per day when I played. So because again, a lot of times when it comes to players, and now you want to start blaming coaches, here's why I would blame a coach. players, and this is I would say this is equal. If there's women listening to this, I'm going to give you a little nugget inside the man's world. Players and men, we only do and continue to do what you allow us to get away with.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
If you allow us to get away with it as players and as men, we will continue to do it until it is checked. So, ladies, if you're listening, Uncle Jess is giving you a bit of a nugget into the man's world.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you,
Fellas,
Jesse.
if you're listening, I'm giving you a nugget into the locker room's world. If you allow it, they will continue to do it. So who allowed this man to be 30 pounds overweight for the last 6 months?
He was getting fined, wasn't he, at least? Maybe?
Yeah, he was getting fined, money-wise. I don't know about body-wise, but
It wasn't doing nothing.
No, it wasn't helping.
Wasn't helping.
Yeah.
Let me say this right here, man.
Please do, because I want the insight of a big man.
Say this right here.
And don't just give us a wow.
When you sit up as a player, you know, and I'm guilty. Off the off season, man, I would get your tremendous weight gain, but I would also 6 weeks out or 8 weeks out before the season start, I have my own personal guy I will go to, and his name is Mike Spots. He lives in Florida. He bought a 10,000 square foot home off my money. I'm gonna tell you something. You have to care, man. You have to care because your last few years is what people are going to remember. They can remember it fondly as you going out, giving what you had. Like, okay, age got you. But you don't want to say, weight got me. Age may get Tom Brady. Age may get Gronk. Age may get Jason Witten. But it won't be like, yeah, man, he was just sorry from the start, got fat, got sloppy.
Yeah.
That's bad, man.
Yeah.
That's a bad perception to leave. And I just don't understand how the coaches let this go on. Now, I won't attack coaches too much. I won't say nothing about those guys.
Don't worry, I will.
But how did you let a guy be overweight and you have Gallimore as a rookie, you have Antoine Woods, who's a second or third year guy, and you let them see this, and it's acceptable. I am so glad that you finally made the right move so these young guys will know that this is not the way the Dallas Cowboys are going to conduct business. You know, and believe me, Jimmy Johnson was looking for me one time. We had a off-season drills he wanted us to do, and he said, on this day I need everybody there. And 2 weeks into it, he came out and like, where's Nate? Where's Nate? Because normally, you know, y'all know I'm always joking and having fun and laugh. He's like, where's Nate? I don't hear him. Where? Coach Nate's in Florida. Like, what he's doing in Florida? He's working out. He's losing weight. And Jimmy was mad. You know, he called Mike Spots, what the hell going on? Well, he's just lost about 75 pounds in 1 week, Coach. Well, keep him there until you get him in shape. You know, as long as you are trying to do the best you can do as a player, and it's too many ways that you can lose weight fast. It ain't the right way. It's not the proper way. But if this guy wanted to get weight off him, it was ways for him to get weight off him. He didn't care.
Yeah, I think we've talked about culture, and you're starting to see, you know, them getting rid of guys. You know, Worley's gone, Griffin's gone, Poe's now gone. There's rumors that there might be other guys that are going to be gone before the trade deadline. Is it too late, or is this the right time to start it and say, okay, we're not going to tolerate this going forward? This is the standard. Is this changing the culture?
Yes. I mean, like Jesse said yesterday, and he put it in a nice and very, very smart way, you know, it caught up with the Cowboys. The 8-8s finally caught up with the Cowboys to the point where they miscalculated on a few guys, and it almost sunk them to the point where the young guys don't know where to go. I mean, you can say one thing. You can teach on the film. You can show guys the right thing, and then they look at a veteran who can't even do the smallest and little detailed things. Them young players ain't listening to that like, wow, man. You telling me to fill a gap, and this dude just got blew back 12 yards off the ball, and you haven't said a word to him. So Yeah, it ain't never too late. It ain't never too late. Now the season has almost been lost, but to start today for what you want next year and the following year is never too late.
Kurt?
Yeah, I think it's definitely not too late, especially because the season might be lost. I mean, you got to build something.
Stop right there, Kurt, because if we win Sunday night,
That's
we are
true.
first place
Right.
in the division.
Right
we
back
are in
in
the
it.
driver's seat, and we got
Don't do that.
the
Don't-
easiest
don't do
schedule
that.
left,
Don't do
according
that.
to experts
Don't do that.
of the entire NFL. So,
Strip you
Kurt,
butt naked out here if you try that again. I'm gonna make sure you get the flu. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Jesse, any feedback on that culture?
No.
Too late?
No, it's never too late for change. It's never too late for change. Now, the season is done. You can go with the almost or the might. The season is done. Okay? So this is the time now to start changing the culture. And to Nate's point and to Kurt's point, you're absolutely right. For the younger guys, this is what they see. They seen a guy come into meetings. They seen a guy watch film. They watched the film. They seen a guy on Sunday who got absolutely destroyed week in and week out. And this is sometimes when we talk about losing locker rooms and we talk about losing players. This is a culture that has been developed over time. And so you wonder why people don't go out and say, well, why doesn't anyone say anything? Because they're all in this pot together. They've all been taught these ways together. And you guys hate when I bring this up, but when you look at how New England runs their organization, that would have never been accepted. We're 2 months into the season, almost 3 months into the season. 30 pounds overweight. Bill would have said, listen, son, first of all, here's your camp weight that you will report at. Then when you don't report to that weight, I'm going to fine you to the max. Then after about a week or so, when Bill didn't see any progress, you'd have been gone. You would have been gone because the culture of my locker room and the standards of my team is far greater than any other player that we can bring in here. Because if I let you do that, then I'm telling 52 plus other guys it is okay. And the biggest issue is, and I can put some blame on Mike McCarthy, but the way the culture has been before he got here, there was never no one was ever challenged. No player was challenged. Their position wasn't challenged. Their playing time wasn't challenged. None of that stuff was challenged. I guarantee you, Zeke fumbling 2 weeks ago, he might have not played the second half. I watched Jonas Gray run for the Patriots and have almost 200 and plus yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and he came late to a meeting on Monday. He didn't even dress on Sunday. He was a player of the week before.
I remember that.
Didn't even dress the next game. In a
guys-
playoff game, Wes Welker came out of his mouth and spoke about something other than himself or bettering his team with his Rex Ryan wife feet comment. Wes Welker didn't play the first half of a playoff game. Your best receiver. But that is the standard. And you never have to worry about the standard being broken if you hold everyone accountable at all times. So it's never too late to change, but there's a major shift that has to happen on this team starting right now.
Can the players be part of the culture change, or does it have to come from the coaches in the front office?
Players and men only do what you allow them to do.
Did you not listen to the first thing out of his mouth on the show?
Here's the thing.
I was trying to get at the women. Kurt said he don't want me.
I think that's been a problem going back years. Is have we had good leadership from the players?
But here's the thing. As much as there is alpha, we are trained. We are trained as football players. Even we are self-motivated and we are alpha males, but we look for that direction from a leader, from a coach, from someone else to say, let's go, Nate. Let's go, Jess. Let's get ready. We are programmed that way. Since we were in Little League, we've been programmed that way. Yes, we're alpha males, all that kind of stuff, but we've been trained and programmed to have someone in front of us to give us direction.
Like what Tom Brady was he a guy that was he going to lead like that, or did it all go back to Belichick?
He told the owner,
Or Aikman,
this is the
Aikman
best
back
draft choice you ever made. And from that day when he made that statement to Mr. Kraft, he started working relentless. And he told one time the head coach Belichick said this himself. He called himself going to check Tom Brady one-on-one in the office with him. And when Tom Brady left out, he said, I guess I better get back in my offensive playbook.
But back in you had, Michael and Aikman. I mean, those guys were real leaders, weren't they?
Right.
Man, Troy didn't play. Troy did not say a lot of words. But when he spoke or looked at you in a certain way, you knew. And I thought I was the only one got that look. But I was talking to Moose a year ago, and he said, man, Troy looked at me one time after a play, and I just knew I had screwed up. And he said, from that point on, man, I made sure I just did a little bit extra every week. I'm like, he gave you that look too? Yeah. That look went to everybody except Mike Irvin.
Let's take our first break. When we come back.
Except Michael Irvin.
When we come back.
Mike Irvin was willing to do anything, man.
We'll talk about Eagles, Cowboys, and them coming out in first place.
Nice hat, Shannon. I'm liking your hat. I'm taking that hat. I'm taking that hat when we get off the show.
You can come try.
Bro, I got you.
I can run
You
faster
can play on the
than
Game of Thrones all you want, but I got you.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see if Nate can catch me when we come back on the next segment of Hangin' with the Boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again for Tailgating with the OtterBox Boys.
OtterBox, the company that builds wildly overprotective phone cases?
The one and only. But cases are just the start. OtterBox is the official outfitter of tailgating.
If they can keep my phone safe, what can they do for my parking lot party?
How about protecting your beverages from suboptimal drinking temperatures with their elevation tumblers? And OtterBox elevation tumblers come in 3 sizes, a 10-ouncer, a 20-ouncer, and even a 64-ounce growler.
Check out all the colors and sizes of their elevation tumblers at otterbox.com.
It's football season, and when you're tailgating with your friends and your family, you want the best meat on your grill. Pettigene Meats makes the best hot dogs, the Pettigene Griller, or the all-beef Franks will score. To complete that tailgate meal, Pettigene Meats has hickory smoked sausage, hot links, Polish sausage, and the best hickory smoked bacon and ham around. Available at your local retailer. And a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. It's Pettigene Meats. Taste the difference.
We can't wait to see the Cowboys back on the field, and we can't wait to pack AT&T Stadium to watch them play. When that time comes, SeatGeek is the place to get all of your tickets. Plus, tickets to the hundreds of games, concerts, rodeos, and other live events we'll all be able to enjoy again soon. Every SeatGeek purchase is protected by a buyer guarantee, which means you'll get your money back if your event is canceled. Guaranteed. SeatGeek. Let's go.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo quiero guacamole.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Kurt, you can't bring your dogs.
Oh, we're on the air. We're on the air. Sorry.
Okay.
Hey, boys.
What's
It's Tommy John, the softest, most supportive underwear out there. Stay put waistband, adapt for the perfect fit while 360-degree stretch prevents ride up and supports any move you make. And now they even have loungewear. Kurt, you could be sitting out here in your loungewear.
Ready.
Yes, shop underwear at TommyJohn.com/Cowboys for 15% off your first order. TommyJohn.com/Cowboys. Thank you to Funtown RV for setting this
Shannon,
up.
I got a question for you.
What, you gonna can I get through our sponsors?
Golly, this is about your sponsor, man.
Okay.
Does Tommy John have long johns? Because we need him today, bro.
They have loungewear, which I think could be long.
They have
johns.
long johns too, man.
We'll ask Brett when he gets back.
Yeah, we need to
over
get
here.
some of those.
We'll ask Brett because that's his client. So thank you to Funtown RV for sponsoring this. We're out here on the Tostitos Championship Plaza at Ford Center. We got Wingstop coming at some point. We got Papa John's. We got Dunkin' Donuts. We got the coffee in the
I
RV.
no coffee, Nate. I'm surprised you don't have no coffee.
I'm just sitting here chilling, man, enjoying out. I'm looking at this Cowboys team, and it got me amazed at all the highlights. And I'm like, how do we have a losing record with all those great highlights?
They're playing the highlights out here on the plaza. It's a beautiful day. You know what's funny? People that are tuning in from up north and in the Northeast probably think it's about 6 degrees here the way we're bundled up. It's actually it's close to 50.
It's a nice day.
It's about 47.
Yeah, we're good.
So, but we're bundled up.
Zeke, go.
One thing that changed my life.
What's
been
that?
a few moments in my life that have been life-changing.
Yes,
when
sir.
we played in Chicago.
And
it was 7 degrees at kickoff, and it wound up being like 4 degrees below zero by the end of the game. I told myself I would never do two things ever again. I would never bitch about it being cold,
right?
No matter how cold I was, because I could not get any colder than I was in that game.
Right.
And I would never underdress and allow myself to be cold because of the weather. So I will take clothes off, but I will not be cold whenever I'm outside. That game, that was the most miserable I have been in my life. Like it was awful.
Christy Scales, sideline reporter, she had those heat patches on. I think she said she had so many on, like about caught fire. I mean,
she had a heated Harley Davidson jacket on.
That's right.
That had a warmer in it, and she was still freezing. Like it was. So that's why I am bundled up. And Nate, I'm glad that you got saved from embarrassment because Brett brought you a hat from the pro shop over there. Because
who is Brett?
I would have liked to have seen you try to take this hat off my head.
What is his name?
Brett Jeffries.
Who is that?
The guy that gave you that hat.
Oh, okay.
The man who set all this up.
Thank
is
you,
he
Pro
a Fun
Shop.
Town guy?
He works in our sponsorship department, and
Thanks,
Funtown is
Brett.
one of his clients. Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
There's Dak.
We're here. I wish you could see the opposite view because there is nobody on this plaza except a security guard all the way at the other end.
He's trying to stand up.
And
He's trying to stand up like he's tough.
You would think Nate had an audience of 800 people out here. So, all right, what do y'all want to talk about? You want to talk Eagles, Cowboys, or y'all just want to have fun the rest of the show?
Let me say this right here on a serious note. Let me say this on a serious note. You know, we did a little show today, called Special Edition, and we talked about Ben DiNucci and how we think Kellen Moore has to, go back into his days when he was at his school, Boise, and get some of them RPOs out. Don't put too much on this kid. Let him probably start out trying to read a quarter of the field, try to get some easy routes, try to get some quick hitting plays to Zeke up the middle and stuff like that, so we can not lose this kid altogether. We talked about letting the dogs out, and that's what this Philadelphia team is going to try to do with Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox and Derek Barnett. And
Malik Jackson.
Yeah, and so my thing to you, Jesse, is what type of plays would you try to bring to this kid to help him out?
If I'm the OC, if I'm the head coach who's an offensive-minded coach, I'm doing one or two things. I'm going to go back and say, son, let's pull up some of your college film.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me some of your college plays or your college throws. Because if he's a starting quarterback and has some skins in the wall at his college, what was his college at again?
James Madison.
Yes. Tell me your 5 best throws that you enjoyed in that offense. And then I'm trying to find those 5 plays that he asked me about. Where do I have those same ones in my playbook? Something similar to something that we can design. Because all you want for this kid is familiarity. You want him to be able to come to the line of scrimmage. You want him to be able to come into the huddle. That's very important, ladies and gentlemen. You want him to be able to come into the huddle with the level of confidence that the guys that he's playing with believes in him. If you start giving him all these long plays that he's never worked on and can't pronounce properly or can't read through, the guys in the huddle are going to be saying, what the hell are we got going on here? But if he comes in there with the level of confidence and he's able to, and it sounds crazy, but his delivery of the plays, to be clean, to be crisp, to be authoritative in his delivery of the plays matter.
In the actual huddle.
In the actual huddle. And then once I get to the line of scrimmage, I want to have a familiarity of I know where the ball's supposed to be going. I know the reads. And I try to put him in the most comfortable position possible so that he is comfortable, so that now he gets some throws off. Because what happens is you don't want this thing to spiral out of control. He doesn't have enough starts or experience in the National Football League to really gather himself if things start getting out of hand early. So give him easy throws and remind him, son, punting is okay. Don't try to force it. Don't try to do more than you're supposed to be doing. Let's go out here and execute those plays. Checkdowns are okay. And if it comes down to it, don't force it in there. Throw it away, and we will punt, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, because kicks, every series ends with some type of kick, a punt, a field goal, an extra point. As long as it's ending like that, you got an opportunity. But if it's ending with turnovers, bad plays, you can't have that. And we talk about Diggs on the other side. You know, he's getting better. You see plays where he's getting better, but you don't want this to – Ben DiNucci can't go through what Diggs go through. For a cornerback, that's different. You asking a quarterback, somebody, hey, man, just forget that bad play. And he fixing his face mask, and he fixing his shoulder pad. I mean, now, it's different than getting beat deep and getting drove into the ground, man. It's a big difference.
How many plays would you go in a typical game plan with your starting quarterback with Dak or Andy Dalton? How many plays would you go in with?
Everything.
And then how many plays should they back it down for DiNucci?
You would go in with Jesse. What would you see? Our protections overlapped in certain plays,
right?
Passing plays. Our run blocking overlapped in run plays, but the receivers could have a combination of things versus coverage. So, Jesse, what would y'all be looking at?
For me, he would there wouldn't be more than 15 to 20 passing plays, somewhere between 8 to 10 runs. We're going to keep this thing very vanilla.
And what would it normally be, like if Dak were in there?
100,000. Everything's on the table.
Yes.
Audibles on the table. 2 minutes on the table. You know, hey, Dak, do your things on the table. Like everything. You go from you see some office coordinator like Andy Reid who has like the Cheesecake Factory menu type playbooks, with just all these plays.
That's what I'm asking. What's a typical playbook? How many plays? Like, I don't know how many plays are in a playbook. Is it hundreds?
It's hundreds. There's hundreds.
What it is, you can have like Andy Reid, Sean McVay. It's a few guys. Gruden, they just got a million plays.
Right.
Well, some guys like Norv Turner, he'll have, like Jesse said, he'll have 10 running plays, and they'll have 25 passing plays, but it'll be 100 variations off of all of those plays.
Yep, that's what New England does.
Yeah, 100 movements that they would give you off of these plays. And I think Sean McVay the best at lining up in the same set of people, but giving you different variations. And that is what our defense is struggling with right now. You can take one man and move him across the formation, and it throws our defense out of kilter.
It brings up McCarthy said yesterday, he talked about defense's eyes, and he targeted guys who didn't watch wasn't watching the play or was watching the wrong thing. I'm not real sure. But, I mean, how does that – if they're focusing on defensive eyes and our guys doing it right, why are they getting so lost in motions and things like that?
Because they're not doing it right. I saw for the first time with Leighton in there, a lot of teams, when you go in motion, they will adjust either with their linebackers. If they have 3 linebackers or 4, they'll adjust with their linebackers. So you cannot gain leverage on them. Leverage mean like if I'm the defensive end and you motion across and put a man right there and I have no outside help, now you've leveraged me through motion. Well, a lot of guys get up and move out that extra man so you can't out-leverage them. Well, a lot of guys will bring a safety up so you can't out-leverage them. Or they'll move their linebackers over so you can't out-leverage them. But our guys will just stand there, and they'll run a guy across the motion, and you're out-leveraged. So I'm automatically getting to the corner, and I got a 3-yard gain even if you fight across that. So, it's about making adjustments and not being out-leveraged. You see guys standing up in the defensive backfield, looking in the backfield, and most DBs are taught from birth, always take a step back first. I've never seen guys that just stand there and look at a guy running up on them. You're automatically letting this guy out-leverage you just by movement alone. That shouldn't happen to a defense.
You know what shouldn't happen? We shouldn't have to take another break because I'm having too much fun, but we have to. We got to pay some bills. Jesse, You just can't hide money, can you?
Nope.
You just look good, man.
Jesse, you mad?
Forgot how good you look. I haven't seen you full-bodied in so long. All I've been seeing is them big guns and just,
I had to cover them up today.
I know. I'm surprised. I figured you'd be out here in the tank top in this 40-degree weather.
I started to, you know.
Jesse, we just found a bunch of gold, and you seem like you mad.
No, I'm listening.
No, that's Posse, man. That's a movie Posse.
All right, we're going to take our last break. When we come back,
I'm taking a hat.
Nate's taking a hat. We're taking a break. Find out what happens next. Hanging with the boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again for Tailgating with the OtterBox Boys.
OtterBox, the company that builds wildly overprotective phone cases?
The one and only. But cases are just the start. OtterBox is the official outfitter of tailgating.
If they can keep my phone safe, what can they do for my parking lot party?
How about protecting your beverages from suboptimal drinking temperatures with their elevation tumblers? And OtterBox elevation tumblers come in 3 sizes: a 10-ouncer, a 20-ouncer, and even a 64-ounce growler.
Check out all the colors and sizes of their elevation tumblers at otterbox.com.
It's football season, and when you're tailgating with your friends and your family, you want the best meat on your grill. Pettigene Meats makes the best hot dogs, the Pettigene Griller, or the all-beef Franks will score. To complete that tailgate meal, Pettigene Meats has hickory smoked sausage, hot links, Polish sausage, and the best hickory smoked bacon and ham around. Available at your local retailer. And a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. It's Pettigene Meats. Taste the difference.
We can't wait to see the Cowboys back on the field, and we can't wait to pack AT&T Stadium to watch them play. When that time comes, SeatGeek is the place to get all of your tickets. Plus, tickets to the hundreds of games, concerts, rodeos, and other live events we'll all be able to enjoy again soon. Every SeatGeek purchase is protected by a buyer guarantee, which means you'll get your money back if your event is canceled. Guaranteed. SeatGeek. Let's go.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Is your family a Cowboys family? Have you taken holiday photos at the Star? Was your wedding theme blue and silver? Have you convinced your kids them is spelled with a D? If so, every game day feels like a vacation to you, so treat it like one. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com. Proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Hey, Cowboys fans, what better way to spend Thanksgiving than in a private suite at AT&T Stadium with your family and friends to watch the best game of the year and Kane Brown performing at halftime? Head to DallasCowboys.com/hotel for a chance, hotels, my bad, put an S on it, for a chance to win the private suite, a free night's hotel stay, and transportation to and from the game on a private Cowboys bus, all courtesy of Hotels.com. And thank you so much to Funtown RV Tailgate. That's what we're doing right now. We're having our Funtown RV Tailgate in the Tostitos Championship Plaza at Ford Center out here at the Star in Frisco. Shout out to Funtown RV, Wingstop, Dunkin' Donuts, Papa John's, Brett Jeffries, Joe Simler on site here with us to make sure everything runs right.
What's all in that RV? I haven't been in there yet.
There's a lot of people in that. I'm just kidding. They're socially.
We're gonna take one of these RVs on the road, man.
Yeah,
we need to
Funtown
set it up.
RV.
We need to go out
Send
to training
Hanging
camp
with the
next
Boys on the road. We're gonna do a road trip from Dallas, Texas, to California, and we're gonna stop in some cities and do a show.
I'm down. I'm totally down with that. Soon as we get out of this pandemic,
Nate, you can only use the bathroom at the truck stops. Won't be no number 2s in the RV, Nate.
No, there will be a no number 2 clause.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. That Dion has that rule, regardless of who you are.
In his house?
Even females. Hey, baby, let If we go into the truck stop, 30 miles away. It don't matter who you are. We don't need that exposure.
All right.
Look at the little baby. Look at the little baby.
We have a small Cowboys fan out on the plaza that
Nice.
screaming at him. All right. Do we have any hope this week with this Cowboys defense against this Philly offense? Carson Wentz.
Always hope.
Carson Wentz will give it up. He'll give it up. He'll
10
throw it to you.
interceptions and 2 fumbles.
So how do we feel? What do we feel good about this
You
week?
got to stop the run first, right?
Do you feel good about that?
No, not necessarily.
I know he just said with no enthusiasm. He said, well, we got to stop the run like he heard it somewhere before.
Let me rephrase that, Kurt. Have you stopped the run yet this year?
No, you haven't.
Have you prevented yourself from being blown 5 yards off the ball? Okay.
No, you haven't. You do have
Yes,
that.
we have. Yes, we have.
That
have.
was
LA.
stopped this week.
We
That
got the
was
guy
stopped.
who was playing. That's the hope. The guy who was getting a majority of those snaps, who were getting to blow
Yeah.
off the ball 5 yards,
He's gone.
is gone. So,
Yeah.
by process of elimination,
Hamilton,
you've gotten better.
Yeah, that's true.
Antoine Woods.
So maybe it's not
Crawford
5
Kirk.
yards.
Maybe it's
I
two.
mean, excuse me.
Maybe
Tyrone
it's 2.
Crawford. Yeah,
And
it
now
stopped.
maybe you're not in the lap of the running back. I mean, the linebacker. Maybe he's able to get around that because
or
only
hop
2.
over you when you're on the
Or-
ground.
right.
Okay.
So there is hope. And here's the other hope that you can also put this into, is that now that these guys who are the younger guys, they're not splitting the reps. They're not looking over their shoulder. Because there are times when you get into a game and you're a young guy, you're going to mess up. And if we're just doing numbers, percentages, if I get 5 reps and I mess up 1 rep, but I only get 5, it looks bad.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have many reps. But someone who now went from maybe playing 20 snaps, 25 snaps, that'll get 50, I have more opportunities to do better. I have more opportunities to see it. It's like a pitcher, right? Shout out to the Dodgers for winning. But they took Blake Snell out because they said he was coming up on the 3rd round of batters.
Yes, he was.
And usually you got to get a rhythm.
Analytics.
The analytics.
Yep.
Same thing with football. Well, if I'm playing more than 5, 10, 15, 20 snaps, I get a chance to see that down and distance again. I get a chance to see these certain moves. I get the chance to see this running back and what he likes to do. And now I can adjust my game throughout the game to get better as we're playing. So that there's some hope that maybe these younger guys will get in there. They're going to bring energy. Younger guys going to bring energy. And that's, you want that, 'cause like you said the other day, Nate, yeah, you were going left and you should have been went right, but you were going 100 miles an hour.
That's right.
Now we can get you to go the right direction. We might have something here. And you just hoped over the course of the game they keep that same intensity, that same energy, that same effort, and they're going in the right direction. So there's hope there.
Okay. Nate, you got any hope?
You know what, man? Jesse just inspired me, man.
Come
to
on.
Just, to allow him to just continue to talk. Go ahead on, Jesse.
So be it. I'm never going to turn down an opportunity to talk. You guys know this. There will never be an opportunity. I'm like, you know what? I'm good. Unless it's about offensive lineman play, I'm going to take this opportunity to talk.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about hope. All it takes is 1 or 2 good plays. 1 or 2 nice plays, and whether it's a sack, whether it's an interception, it can rally your team. And I'm being honest, I ain't really looking at the wins and losses from this point. I'm looking at the attitude and the willingness to be in the right place and do the right thing and do it 100 miles an hour. That's what I'm looking at. And that's up for coaches and all of them. They life is on the line for the wins and losses. The quarterback and the head coach. That's where they getting judged at. Me, as just an observer of players, I want to see some enthusiasm. And like I said, for the last 3 or 4 days, I've been just hollering Ben DiNucci. And what I mean by that is not so much that he's playing quarterback, because Dak is our quarterback, but it is an era of new young guys that are getting the opportunity to really play and to really make a difference on this team. And that's why I keep saying the Ben DiNucci era is here. And if they cut a veteran guy that's over 30 years old, 1 a day would not bother me.
When you guys turned it around back in the 90s, was the turning point during a season, or was it in an off season?
It was an off season because Coach Johnson came in the off season.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr.
We
Jones.
don't think that trade of trade of Herschel Walker in the middle of the season?
It
wasn't
was in the middle of the season, but what I'm saying, the attitude started to change. But he threw this around to the coaches as we found out. Coach Johnson, they was out jogging. He said, man, it was him, Coach Wise, Coach Hubbard Alexander, Butch Davis, and the defensive coordinator that they out jogging. And I hope I got all the coaches right. And he said, what if I was to get rid of Herschel, and bring in some players? And he said that he had mixed reviews from the coaches. The offense coach like, that's the only weapon we got on offense.
Yeah.
The defense coach like, hey, if it's going to be some defensive guys, yeah. And so he swung it. Him and Mr. Jones swung it. They swung it, man. And everybody laughed. And once again, everybody like, man, what is this college coach doing? And Jimmy told him. Right after that happened, he told us again, and he never wavered. Every chance I have to make this team better, I don't care what I have to do, how I have to do it, I'm going to make this team better. And so, it just certain things was not allowed, man. Certain things were not allowed. Like, you building your brand, I admire that players. I really do. Because when I played, you had to become a player before you were allowed to build your brand.
To have a brand.
Now you can just show up and just, hey, I want to start this business and use the Cowboys as a reference to expand your business when you don't do your end and making the Cowboys look good by being the best player you can be. Whereas before it was the other way around.
Star.
The star has that effect.
Jesse, we got 4 minutes. You want to take half of that at least?
If Kurt doesn't have anything to say.
No, go ahead.
Kurt don't ever have nothing to say.
I'll take the
last.
No, to continue on the hope train, and this is for offensively and for Ben DiNucci. I mean, defensively and for Ben DiNucci offensively. A lot of these young guys, one of the things that veteran guys rely on so much is information. Veteran guys rely on so much of information. What do I know? How do I process it? And how can I use it to my advantage? Young guys don't have much information for the veteran guys. Ben DiNucci has no tape. You got to go back to James Madison to find tape of Ben DiNucci, right? So cornerbacks don't know what his favorite throws are. Defensive coordinators don't know what he can and cannot do just yet. There's some write-ups about what he was in college, but no one knows what he can actually do on the field. Same thing for the young guys who will be getting a lot more reps, right? Guys knew Darryl Worley, very bad with his eyes, is a guesser. That has been his history, and it reigned true here. So what do? We're going to run double moves. We're going to run routes and go right by him because they had information on these guys. There's no information on a lot of these young guys, so that's where they can sometimes surprise you.
Like Clayton Kershaw going into the 6. Go ahead on.
Even with the young defensive guys, these offensive linemen who are veteran that they're going up against Philadelphia, they know that, you know what, so-and-so, his favorite move is this. His favorite move is that. So these younger guys, and they alluded to it, getting 1 or 2 plays where you can change the game. If I don't know your move and you get me with a speed or a spin or a bull or a rip, and now that creates, because again, these are still professional football players, and that creates a sack, a strip sack fumble, a deflection, whatever it may be, and we gain an advantage from that, that can be the deciding factor of the game. So if you're looking for some hope, is that these guys don't have information that they can give to Philadelphia to use to their advantage.
Wow, Jesse already let y'all know we're going to win this game.
No.
Oh, yeah, wait till tomorrow. He's going to pick them tomorrow.
Hold on,
He's going to
Jesse,
pick them
what
tomorrow.
you doing?
I'm giving you hope about just today.
Now this dude want to be a Baptist preacher.
Tomorrow is different. Live today
Oh,
and let tomorrow worry about itself.
He's going to pick the Cowboys tomorrow. Cowboys by 1.
By Cowboys,
We're going to talk him into it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think so?
Ain't that
Yeah.
much?
No, hell
Ain't
no.
that much talking in the world.
It's in hell.
Okay, yeah, hey, man. Hope,
But was that good enough hope
spring
right now?
That was,
eternal,
yeah.
man.
Well, these coaches tell, like a young guy like Gallimore, they say, okay, you got 1 good move. You got 2 good moves. We want you to save that until this time of the game.
No.
Or, no.
No, that's up to you.
Go play.
Go play.
Yeah, that's
Go
up to
play.
you,
As long
bro.
as you're doing what alignment, assignment stuff, go play. No coach is ever going to tell you when to use your move, when not to use your move, because they don't have a feel for the game. They're not out there in the sense of, hey, coach, I've been setting him up for the last, two drives. I've been set upfield, whoop, swoop. I've been set, so they don't just go play. As long as when you do it,
it works.
It works. Especially if they've never seen it before.
Right, and especially if it's going to be out of character of the scheme.
Right.
Yeah. It better work.
Tomorrow, you are going to want to tune in tomorrow because this is a very special Tito's bag that I will be breaking out of this very special Tito's box.
Tostitos.
Did I say Tito's? Where's my mind?
Alcoholic.
Where's my mind?
Tostitos, not Tito's.
You know what? I'm finally starting to rub off on these guys.
That's in here.
I'm finally starting to rub off on these guys.
Tostitos.
Oh, Beam said the Tito's is in the RV.
Yeah, wow.
We'll be hitting the RV after this. Tostitos, very special Tostitos bag in this Tostitos box on Tostitos Plaza tomorrow. I'm going to break it out. It's actually pretty cool. Fellas, this has been amazing. We should do this every day. Like, I'm around people. I'm outside. I'm back at the Star. Like, it's good to see y'all. It was great to do the show.
See what happens when you hang around, Nate?
What?
You go to pronouncing stuff wrong.
Oh, this has been great. Special thanks to RV, Funtown, RV. So awesome today. Duncan, Papa John's, Wingstop, all of our partners.
Who brought me this hat? What is it, Brad, Jeff?
It was Brad Jafari's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Brad Jeffries, thank you for the hat. We'll have some special hats on tomorrow. We'll be doing this again out here tomorrow. The weather will be a little nicer, so we won't be all bundled up.
And Shannon bringing his mom, his girl, and the baby.
Everybody. We're bringing the whole family tomorrow. We'll have an audience.
Awesome.
Just kidding. It's still going to be too cool.
What's kind of bringing his dogs?
No audience.
Kurt, bring the dogs tomorrow.
You think so?
No audience.
Yeah, bring the dogs. Make us feel like we're really doing the show. All right. It's been great. Jesse, thank you. Nate, thank you. Kurt, thank you. Alex and Chris on the truck, thank you. We'll see all of you tomorrow. This has been Hanging with the Boys.
Yeah.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!